Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I'd film a video talking you through how I have planned all of my revision for the Easter holidays and how I have made my revision timetable, because I have my exams when I go back after Easter. My A-levels start in May, and I know it's the same for a lot of you guys because you might have A-levels as well, or GCSEs or mocks. So the Easter holidays is a pretty crucial time for revision, and I think it's really important to therefore structure your time well. So I really hope this video helps you out. So I'm just going to get straight into it because I don't really have a lot to say, but the first thing that I always do is make a to-do list. Before planning any of your revision, it is so essential that you know exactly what you need to do, because otherwise how can you really plan that into your time and like a timetable or anything? So the way that I do this is on Word, and I create a table because I think it's a really good way of visualizing everything that you have to do. It breaks it down, it makes it really clear to see. And yeah, so I'll have my 3 A-level subjects down the side here. So I've got history, biology and English literature. And then across the top I have 2 columns which say homework and revision. And then I just have a little column either side of these where I can just tick off when I've done that thing. So yeah, I think this is a really good way of structuring it, because obviously homework and revision are 2 separate things, and homework is obviously compulsory but revision isn't, and therefore this side is a lot longer than that side, because this is everything in an ideal world that I'd like to do over Easter. I'm not going to beat myself up if I don't do it all, because it is an extensive list of things. I mean, it doesn't really look like that on this, but when you see it on my timetable, trust me, it is. But this is everything that I would ideally like to get done over Easter, and I feel like having it in this sort of format makes it so much easier to make a revision timetable, because you can plot all of these individual things into your timetable. And this is what I did when I was making my timetable. I have this rough copy here, and once I'd put all of the things into a timetable in a certain time and place, then I would tick them off. So I'm making sure that I'm covering everything that I want to do in the time that I have. So then, here is my timetables for Easter. This one is week 1, I think, and this one is week 2, because I have 2 weeks off, which is very nice. And these look very, very intense. But I would just like to point out and emphasize the fact that these are provisional timetables. I am not the kind of person that can stick to a timetable by the minute, by the hour, by the day. I cannot do that at all, because plans change, people make plans last minute. I don't really know when I'm going to see my friends over Easter. We'll sort of decide on the day. So this is completely provisional. What this timetable is a timetable of, if I wanted to get everything on that to-do list done, this is when I'd have to do it. So if I don't do everything on this timetable, then I'm not going to beat myself up, because this is just a guide of when I'd have to do everything in order to get it done, if that makes sense. But yeah, the way that I make my timetables is really simple. It's just a massive table, and I have the dates across the top here, and then I have the times down here. So mine actually goes from 9 AM to 8 PM, because I like to start work at 9 in the morning, and I won't do anything past 8 PM at night unless it's like reading my English literature book. And the blue bits here are plans that I currently have. And I think it's so important when planning your revision to plan it around plans that you already have. So if you've planned to see your friends, then don't take that off your timetable. Work your revision around that, because that's so important for not getting like tired or burned out. So yeah, I have plans with Ellie here, so I just blocked that out in blue. And then on Wednesday and Thursday I have revision sessions at school, so I've also blocked those out on my timetable, because obviously that is revision, but I can't be doing like extra stuff at that time, if that makes sense. So then with the rest of the blocks I have colour coded them too, and green is for biology, pink is for history, and yellow is for English literature. And I think it's a really good idea to colour code your subjects, because then you can sort of visually see if you're balancing your time well, because you don't really want to be doing more of one subject than another unless it's absolutely necessary. For me, I sort of need to balance them all because I have a tendency to revise one more than another. So this is a really good way for me to see if I'm balancing my time effectively. And yeah, that is basically my plan for Easter. The same with the second week. The darker blue is when I'm going on holiday, and it's not the same as the lighter blue because I can obviously be doing work in that time. I just don't really know what will happen when I'm on holiday, so I don't want to plan too much during that time. But yeah, also in your timetable, obviously you will have homework over the Easter holidays, and I always plan to do my homework in the first couple of days. As you will have seen from my to-do list, luckily I don't actually have too much this Easter holidays. I just have a few biology papers and stuff, so I have planned to do those on the Saturday, because I feel like if you get your homework out the way, then you'll have so much more time for revision. So yeah, try and plan your homework in the first couple of days, get it over with as soon as possible, because that will make the rest of it a lot easier. And the first week of my timetable is also a lot more intense than the second week, and that is because I know what I'm like and I definitely won't get all of this done in the first week. So if the second week is less intense, then I can sort of overrun into it, and I can take tasks from the first week and put them into the second week where I still have time, because if you look at the difference, there is quite a big difference. So yeah, that is why the second week is less busy than the first one. Also, I tried to input activities throughout the day in terms of intensity. So in the mornings I will put my highest intensity revision activities, if that makes sense. So for me, biology flashcards take a lot of brain power, so I normally put those in the morning because that is when I work most effectively and most productively. And then as the day goes on, they get less intense, and then in the evening I have this band of yellow across here which just says Hamlet reading, and that's because I want to read Hamlet over the Easter holidays. I want to go over it again, and because that is just reading and highlighting, it doesn't really take a lot of brain power, so I put that in the evening there. So yeah, that is basically how I am planning my revision over Easter. I will be filming study with me's and other videos over the holidays as well, so I'll give you an update on how I'm doing, so make sure to watch those. And I really hope this helped you. Good luck with your revision and with your exams if you've got it coming up, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe and follow my social media, which will be linked down below in the description. Bye guys!